This was not a bed expansion project. This was an improvement project. It was an effort to improve the care experience for the children who are hospitalized, because we also know that children who are hospitalized today are sicker than they were 5 and 10 years ago. So our facilities and our technology and the care experience had to match the capabilities and the requirements of providing care to sicker children that we see today who are in our hospital.
Our emergency department is expanding to 44 exam rooms from our present 29. As a trauma level 1 pediatric facility, this space allows us to continue to deliver emergent care to the community and to the surrounding states. And in this building, we will deliver care on 6 24-bed units covering all specialties except for cardiac care and neonatal intensive care.
We have a team completely dedicated to moving patients. We have a schedule set, a staging schedule, so we know when different units are moving and to where. And for a brief period of time, we're going to operate 2 emergency departments, one in this building and one in our old building, so that we can transition our emergency department patients. We think we'll do this completely safely. We have been orienting our providers to this building now as soon as we could get them inside. We've been doing what we call day-in-the-life simulations, designed specifically to uncover areas that we haven't thought of. Those have been very helpful.
There is a committee that is dedicated to addressing every single issue we identify in the day-in-the-life simulations. So their job is to listen to what we tell them. So as we go through today, we're just going to ask that you keep your eyes open and think, is this really the safest way to do this? Is this really the best way to do this? Are there things that we need to tweak before we move in? So our goal today is to test the space, stress the system, and identify safety issues. So what is it that we need to fix before we physically move in?
You're gonna have your parents and stuff bumping the vents and bumping everything.
Yeah.
Constantly.
I feel like it's best to keep things up against the wall, but maybe I'm
and also, if you were a patient, would you really want to look at that, or would you rather see some? I mean,
if this is how you feel you're happy with, then fabulous. I'm just gonna ask you just to think out of the box just for a second, and can we flip the bed just to see if you like it? If you hate it, then fabulous, and we'll stick to this way. I just want your thoughts on it.
So it's nice because we don't have the gas hookups and everything behind you, so we're not stepping over stuff. And all his connection's going to be to that way. So I feel like this is actually easier than what our current situation is.
Okay, so part of the day is to try to figure out what works best for you. I don't think that there is necessarily a right or wrong answer, but as long as we're able to, get to the patient safely.
Realize that the hospital cannot fully stock an existing hospital and an expansion, so we're going to use what we have. But for what we have for the simulation, is it working for your process? Also, are there obstacles or issues that you're seeing with the physical space? Are there a lot of searching or challenges with wayfinding? And are there process steps where roles and responsibilities are unclear?
You have to go all the way around. You have to go all the way around. Like, do you mean it's 360, but you can just keep spinning?
Yeah, so it's like when we're setting up, if we should start putting our IVs on this pump and then use this pump when we need more.
Do you want to move them now and see how it looks? Line me wherever, and then it'll lock in. You can see them.
There's like little,
yeah, okay.
little spots. Yeah, see it.
So you go in above or below, and then you pull it down.
Kind of just feel it. The problem with the IV one is that they have to line up exactly.
Do you want to push it back?
Oh, there it is. I was like, where is the dryer? This is a purple. Yeah, yeah. Because well, you can't see the monitor, so we'll have to move the monitor too. What do you think? Yeah, I definitely think the monitor should face where you're standing.
And this?
You can turn this by itself.
We were trying to standardize equipment locations as much as possible based on the individual units. Sometimes there's subtle nuances based on the function of the unit. For the most part, we've done our best to standardize locations and quantities as much as possible to really help the staff if they had to float to another unit. Wayfinding in a brand new facility altogether, there's a lot of newness to this for everybody. Staff haven't had a lot of exposure to the space, so as with everything new, there's challenges and opportunities that we've identified so far.
This is a really good team. They They really focus on the multidisciplinary aspect of their team, so it's pretty impressive that they have the nurses working with the physicians and respiratory therapists and clerks, and everybody has their input and has a say in what is the safest route for the care of their patients.
They're asymmetric and they're minimally reactive. So
do you need your code card? Yes. Go get the code card.
You guys are up there.
I can help you do FEM. I'm not the airways team.
All right.
let's get some FEM.
Atropine's going in.
To actually physically get the beds into the room and get our multiple equipment into the room and trying different configurations really has made an impact to help decrease anxiety and help our flow move a lot smoother for move-in day. How we initially had the beds in the rooms and how we had our booms set up turned out to probably be the worst setup, so we definitely dramatically changed, moved the patients around every different way we possibly could, and then came up with some solutions. The thing that's been fun so far is that multiple teams have come with a lot of the same solutions once they've gotten their hands on the equipment, so that's been kind of exciting for us, that we all think we're getting on the right track, but definitely initially we weren't even on the path.
I think we identified some issues that the team needs to address, and they need to figure out how they're going to maneuver their booms when there's a coding patient, but I have full confidence that they're going to pull together and figure it out before we open.
Will there be something that we didn't think of? That might happen, but we have really prepared as best we can and put every safety step and then additional safety steps in place just to ensure that nothing bad happens during the transition.
This is just an early part of a journey that will take us through many years of renovation and refinement so that the care experience can be rounded out for the children who are cared for on an outpatient basis, which we know is occurring more and more.